Hey, it's Liam here, and this week's best of, Ben calls Belle out for dobbing on her. That was pretty dog. Belle tells us where to meet hot single dads, if you're interested. She asks us some personal questions about our wedding night, and I talk about an airport security run-in I had, which you'll hear first. Enjoy.
Live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle's Late Drive
on Nova.
13-24-10. Did you have a run-in with airport security? I got done again over the weekend, Ben and Belle. Yeah, went through the scanner. There's, those new ones they've got where you sort of stand with your arms to the side.
Which I feel like is a bit silly that they make you put your hands how the diagram is.
Yeah,
your hands don't have to be like that.
No, it's so much
There was a kid in
slower.
front of me and they were like trying to explain it to the kid and they were like, no, it's like more like this. Like, spread your fingers out.
I've heard those scanners show everything.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Conspiracy theorists.
It's not conspiracy theorists, Belle.
they can see everything.
They can see everything.
Like what?
Everything. They can see the outline of everything.
No.
That's why they give you all those weird looks when they go through.
That's why they're
I
sniggering.
get great looks.
Anyway, I was walking through and I got bounced back. Yeah. So I had to do it again, and the next time I was like, oh geez, I got definitely nothing, because I know even if you got like a tissue in your pocket, they're like, oh, what do you get in your pocket?
Yep.
So like I went back and another no pass. So he had the gloves on, and he swung the screen around, and my penis was red. And it had like a heat map around it, and there was a big like exclamation mark, and he said, "Sir, it's your sensitive area. Would you like to come with me to a private room?"
No.
Yes, and I said, "Oh no, like it's all good. We can do it here." Like
I'll get it out right here. If you must.
That's another security breach.
Like you could tell he was also a bit awkward about it. I'm
Right.
sure they have to be very respectful of this sort of thing. They're very well trained. And he said, right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get your hand and you're going to rub it for me. and I said, you don't have to ask me twice.
That's gross.
And then he said slower.
No, so I did. So it's not like it's in the movies. It's like cavity search and stuff. It was like there was a foreign object for some reason around my jocks, around the front there, and so he sort of instructed me how to do it, and like I had grabbed the palm of my hand.
Is this in public or is this in a room?
I wasn't going to go to the room. Like I was trying to get on the plane, And so, like, I grabbed it and then I just had to, like, rub.
You don't have to demo it now, Liam.
Okay, fair enough.
So what did you do with your hand?
So I just had it like this, and
yeah.
I just had to sort of rub
Yeah, right.
like that. And then he was like, okay, yep. And then it wasn't too intrusive at all, really, and he let me go.
So you never found out what was there?
Yeah, I mean, I probably got stopped because, carrying a weapon down there. Right? No, I'm just joking. It's probably more like a sharp object. Pinned it.
All right, 13-24-10. That is our number. Give us a buzz. Airport security run-ins. Josie in Melbourne, what happened?
A little bit embarrassing, but I think more embarrassing for the security guard than for me in the end. I was going on a girls' trip and I packed let's just say a self-session appliance.
Okay.
I've gone through the X-ray machine and it's been flagged. So I've
in your
walked
bag?
to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in my carry-on.
Thanks for
Gotta keep
clarifying.
It wasn't
that.
on your person?
Yeah.
Gotta
In your-
keep it
in your
safe.
person.
So it's been flagged. I've walked to the end. And the only way I can describe this security guard is it's his first day on work experience. So he's sauntered up to my case and he's opened it and has been met with my appliance. He can't even look me in the eye. He's just looking at my hairline at this point, and his face is like, I kind of know what this is, but I'm not 100% sure of how it works, but I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Still can't look me in the eye. So he's just zipped up my case and pushed it back to me like it is covered in germs that will give him the plague, and has just let me go through.
This guy doesn't know what it is. He's thinking about calling in the bomb squad. He doesn't quite know how to handle it. We need a refer up here.
Josie, that is a great call. Thank you so much.
Meredith in Sydney's given us a buzz. What happened to you?
Well, it was actually to my mother, and it's very similar to the last story with the self-care instrument.
Yep.
Okay.
And they were giving her a hard time, and she couldn't work out what was going on, and then she clicked. And they made a big deal about going through her bag, and it ended up being a banana.
Okay.
Surely they could see that it was a banana.
You would think so.
Like,
Yeah.
And also, like, why do they have to get it out anyway? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a weapon.
No. Well, I mean, have you seen some of them? Jacob, what about you?
I'm actually in the Defence Force, and I was going through with just the bag that Defence gave me,
Yeah.
and I got randomly selected for the bomb swab testing, and I came through positive.
Yeah, because you would have had the gunpowder from work.
Yeah, exactly.
So what happens then?
Oh, they told me, put your bag up on this plinth and please explain. I told them, I don't know, the bag I got. I had to sit down and tell them a bit of a story, and they just let me go.
And so you took your bag off the plinth and off you went?
Yeah, exactly. Took my bag off the plinth, headed off.
Good on you, Jacob.
Wonderful. Brendan in Newport, what about you? What was your, running with the airport security?
G'day, guys. I was travelling with a 6-month-old, heading over to see some friends who were living in Oman at the time, and we'd gone over from Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
And our little one filled a diaper up, and
Mhm.
we were told we couldn't leave it on the plane because they were turning around and taking off real quick.
Yep.
So we took this bag of poop out, and I told them I've got a bag of poo, and they didn't really know how to deal with that. When I opened it up, I think the look they gave me was dirtier than the nappy.
Because it's also like quite a good way of smuggling things through. If you're like, oh no, this is nothing. This is just a bag of poo, and then they go, we're going to have to check that. But if you sort of had it in there and like, oh, just take your poo with you. Let's not even scan that. Get it away from me.
Brendan, thank you very much. Naomi in Melbourne, airport security, what happened?
Hi, guys. Can I just say first up, we miss you in Melbourne.
Oh,
We're
well.
still here.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're still
I
on.
know.
You're in Melbourne. We're on in Melbourne and
you
everywhere
can-
else now.
You can get the podcast. You can listen whenever you want, Naomi.
I know. I listen. But I just wanted to share, I had a girls' weekend in Sydney not so long ago, and coming home, we had just spent the day at Bondi and then caught the bus to the airport, put my bag through, randomly selected for the drug test, failed the drug test, and I was like mortified while all my friends were standing there laughing hysterically at me. Then they keep retesting you, and I'd pass one, and then I'd fail one, and then I'd pass one, and in the end I ended up getting searched. My bag was empty. It was so embarrassing. As soon as I got into the Qantas lounge, I had to go and get changed because I didn't want to walk around the airport in the same clothes I went through security.
And so do you think it's just like Bondi's a very druggy place and you were just wearing
Must
those
have
clothes?
been.
Yeah. Well,
Must
that's the
have
story we're
been.
going with
I think it
anyway, isn't
was
it, Naomi, on the girls' trip? Yeah.
You don't just pick it up from the air.
Naomi, thank you very much.
Yeah, all your love, sex, relationship advice, you can always message us on Insta or wherever you'd prefer, Ben, Liam and Belle. But today, I actually wanted to ask you guys, Ben and Liam, if you consummated your marriage on your wedding night. This is because there's actually a new study online that has pointed out that it's actually totally normal to not have sex on your wedding night.
Because
in fact,
the tradition is, you consummate the marriage, which I guess probably comes from the old school way of you don't sleep together before marriage.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Well-
you're literally just like, you've tied the knot and you're like, yeah, nice to see you, Nana. Get the hell out of here. Like, all right, let's wrap this up. Like, DJ, cut that song in half. We've got to, but yeah, true. It's different these days when most of the time people have been like living together for years or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. So it is pretty old-timey, and apparently around 70% of people don't have
Right.
sex on their wedding night.
That's a big number.
Well,
That's the majority. It's
Yeah.
actually weirder to do it.
Yep.
you guys have had weddings. You're both married. I'm not. So I wanted to ask you, Ben. I mean, look, if you're willing to be honest, did you consummate on the night of your wedding?
I would say that I'm in the minority.
Oh, cute. Bless.
Yeah, rock
That's
and roll.
nice. Aw. Liam?
I'd be in the majority there, in the 70.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. No,
that-
it's just too full of arancini.
I was going to say.
Too full of arancini.
No.
even surprised.
No, we
You're
had
the
an
biggest cake.
interesting. You were both there. I got married at the end of last year. So I love my wife Sarah, and it was our reception got flooded out, and our ceremony got flooded out. So it was a very long, stressful day, and everyone was like, "Oh, is it the best day of your life?" No, it wasn't. Like, it was stressful. Great, we married, but so we were sort of like mainly just unpacking what had happened on the day.
Yep.
And I remember Sarah said, "Can you go get me a snack?" And I said, "Yeah, sweet. I'll go find her something." And so I went out to get her some yogurt, and I came back and she was asleep. And I thought, "Wow, this is married."
I do remember
Did you wake
though.
her up and give her her food?
No, no. Well, I thought. Sorry, I'm glad you said food. Did you wake her up and give her? No. I just thought, yeah, it's been a big day. Like we can sleep it off. Yeah, but I think it goes without saying. Like we've been together for a long time. And it's not like
no, it's not. I don't think it's crazy that you didn't. I just remember on the night. I don't know what it's called, but like the dress obviously is like laced up like shoelaces.
Yeah.
I remember trying to undo the laces. Like
it's like trying to undo a bra for the first time.
took me
Just
45 minutes.
But I think
just a minute, honey.
Now again,
Please be keen when I finish this.
She'll be asleep. Does that go back to even like back in the day? Because the woman had to be the virgin. Does it go back to like building up the hype? The wedding dresses were so hard to get off, and it was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get there. Yeah, it's the build up. That's so beautiful.
Unwrapping the package.
Yeah. All right. Well, Catherine in Sydney on 13/24/10. Was this your wedding night? Did you or didn't you?
We did not, which I'm secretly thrilled about.
Right.
Okay.
Why are you thrilled about not consummating it?
I think, a very stressful, long day. Wasn't exactly keen on it. But, husband ended up, having one too many drinks, ended up falling asleep. And similar to what you guys were just saying, the dresses had a bit of a disaster in the morning where it had to be sewn into the dress because the zip broke. So, husband falling asleep, ended up just having to, sleep in my wedding dress because obviously he couldn't take it off.
He was too blind.
Did you say you were sewn? Were you sewn into the dress, Catherine?
Yes, because the zip broke. So there was literally no way.
Yeah.
Thankfully Mum packed in an emergency sewing kit into the day's things. But
And then you had to sleep in the wedding dress because he was too drunk to get you out.
To be fair, I mean, it was sewed. It's stacked against him, unless he had some scissors or something like that.
I'm also, the last thing I'll say on this is I'm pretty sure it's an old-timey law. I'd have to look into it. I'm pretty sure the wedding isn't legal until you consummate it. So if you don't consummate it, you're technically
Correct.
not married.
So if you actually going through a divorce and you say we never consummated the marriage, that is actually grounds to say that it's actually easier to get divorced.
It's an old-timey law.
It is.
Well,
Trust
joke's
me,
on you, Sarah. I know you fell asleep, but I've got a loophole up my sleeve, sweetie.
Diary of a D-grade celebrity.
Ben, myself and Belle have encounters where people recognise us very, very rarely. But when we do, it's often a bit awkward because, we've been on the radio for a little while, but no one really cares or really knows what we look like too much. And whenever we have these encounters, we document in this, the Diary of a D-grade celebrity. I think the last time I wrote an entry, I was in a busy pub and this guy was walking over to me with his hand out. And I thought, here we go, big fan, obviously listens to the pod. So I went to shake his hand and he was just putting his arm out to try and get through a crowd of people. And I wanted to die. I wanted to die right there.
Yeah.
So it's sort of things like that. At the shops today, I was recognised. It was nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's rare. It doesn't happen too often, guys.
No.
And it's this girl, and she just pointed at me and she went, Triple J! Triple J!
Jeez.
And
That's still going.
And I said, hey? And she went, you host a show on Triple J. And I said, well, yeah, I did a little while ago.
Long
time ago, sweetheart. I was in my head, I was like, come on, I've been on Nova for 4 years.
Yeah.
So that's how, but we did a long time ago. And I was like, a bit awkward about it. Like, oh, no, I'm not actually. No, I don't do that anymore. And she went, no, stop. I've worked it out. You're Tom Ballard.
What?
And I went, no, that is a different man.
Very different
That
man.
is a different man. He did also work on that radio station for a while, but that ain't me.
He couldn't look more.
No, you look like polar opposites.
I mean, we're two white guys who worked at Triple J at some point. That's about it.
And then both pretty tall. But apart from that, can't tell you apart.
Very tall. Yeah, you're right.
Did you tell her who you are?
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. I always feel awkward in those things. I'm like, I'm Liam, because then I would.
What were you standing in front of to paint a picture? Where were you in the?
I was literally in Coles.
Whereabouts? What were you getting?
I was trying to get some veggie chips.
Very cool.
Yeah, I know.
How does someone's brain get that crossed? That
I
is
know.
wild.
Yeah. And then just to point at someone and go, Triple J!
Triple J.
Triple J. Imagine if you were like, just people pointing at the street for places you worked at 4 years ago. NIB Health Insurance.
Optus.
Or, you remember you? Vodafone. You're Vodafone, aren't you? You worked there once, I reckon.
Of being human.
You're on Nova. It is Late Drive. That is Shinedown, a symptom of being human.
Bit of Shinedown. Shinedown, interesting band to be playing. That's a new one. They're from 2001, I think they started. But...
Yeah. I did a quick search in the Nova system. So there's one other Shinedown song in the system, which you would definitely know.
I just saw Haley's comments your way.
Yeah. Second Chance.
Which is an amazing song.
I love any song where the guy's like, yeah. Like a little bit like Creed, like, I just saw Haley's come out.
Also, just an amazing song. At the end, there's the big breakdown. He's done the best he can do.
Hell yeah, man. Is this the bit where he does the long stream?
I think that's coming up.
It better be. It better be. Here we go.
Oh, that's
Sometimes goodbye is a second chance. Sometimes goodbye.
Nah, the big scream
it's past it.
is before the breakdown.
Yeah, this is like the end of the song now.
Yeah.
Well, now we have to play the whole song.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted the bit where he's like,
Yeah, that's before the breakdown.
yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, if you're a big fan, according to their Insta, they're on tour.
In Australia.
No.
Oh. Well, if you're a really big
In
fan.
Bethlehem.
They're playing in Bethlehem?
This might...
They're playing... Seriously? Interesting. They're playing in Bethlehem.
What do you mean?
They're playing a show in Bethlehem where Jesus was born. That's maybe the camels will be there from the dude earlier.
Yeah,
that
maybe.
Speaking to.
I believe this is the bit we want.
Okay, here we go.
I might have also totally missed it.
I think you missed it, dude. Here we go. Yeah! It was worth it.
Is that a better drum breakdown than Phil Collins as well?
Oh, you'd have to argue. I would like to line that up. Maybe like, some shows that they send like people to Taylor and Tokyo and that stuff. I'd like to do Shinedown in Bethlehem. James, guess what, mate? You've just won 2 tickets to see Shinedown in Bethlehem.
Single straight girls. There's only one place you need to go to meet hot men. That's right, Bunnings.
The big green shed.
Specifically on a Sunday morning. Now,
Get a
this
couple of snags.
Yeah, I was just about to get there, but you just got... No, that's all right. No, that's all right. I'm happy you got there. It's before me.
This all comes about, there's a girl, Ali, on TikTok, and she posted this video. It's blown up, and she was outside Bunnings, and she said, oh my gosh, I've just gone in early on a Sunday morning, and it's just full of really nice guys that clearly get stuff done on the weekends and get it done well, and they're out there, they're achieving things, and she said that they were really polite, they helped her, and it's kind of frustrating because I was like, yeah, no, this is a thing that's been around for if you know to go to Bunnings, if you're single and you need a guy, you know. And
Do you?
oh yeah,
Is that a thing?
Bunnings is the place to go if you're into like
Because some
tradies.
people go to clubs and that sort of
Nah,
out to a bar. Or...
You go, you play the damsel in distress. You go down the aisle, you peruse around, you see a nice guy, you go, oh, I need a drill. I need this. Oh, sorry, that's a bad example. But, I need whatever.
That's a bit much for a Sunday morning. He's like, I'm honestly just here to get a gardening hose. I've got a wife at home. I didn't appreciate that comment.
But But it is a great way to spark up conversation. It breaks the ice. You can meet some nice guys. And there's actually like a lot of places that I have kind of kept close to my chest. As you guys know.
Let us in. Give us a secret.
Well, like, you know, I'm into older guys.
Don't say just mitre 10.
No. I'm into like older guys, you know. I've got my, a few issues there. Qantas Lounge. The place to go.
Whoa.
Go to the Qantas. If you can get into the Qantas Lounge, it's just dads in suits. Just guys with points.
Yep.
They're flying for business.
Yep. So
They've got a
Bunnings,
good gig.
Bunnings, you've got more like, you know,
that's if you're into
bit of
tradies,
DIY, tradies, Qantas Lounge, you're getting
Qantas
more
Lounge
business
or
status.
Virgin Lounge if you're into more like, you know, the everyday man. That's fine. You can go down to that.
What about the Rex Lounge? Get some of that mining money, you know?
That's true. I didn't think about it. Do they have a lounge?
There is a
they
Rex
have
Lounge.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just their terminal.
Yeah,
actually.
but it's very small, but I'm pretty sure there's a Rex Lounge in all the airports, yeah.
Well, look, going back to like shops, the outdoor and barbecue area of IKEA, great area. Like that bit when you go through there, that's
You're
just
just getting all dressed up and just hanging around.
No, it's just honestly, these places, like when I was single, I was like, I'd go through these places and be like, whoa, this is just dad galore.
Give us another one, Belle, and give us one more place where we can meet single guys.
School fete.
Okay.
Is a school fete a
Single
dance?
dad. No, what?
What's a school fete? I don't know.
Like, just like a fair, like a...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to go to school fetes and try and pick up. That's how you get arrested. That's,
going for the
what are you here
dads.
for? You got a kid at school? No, I'm just here to pick up, actually. Yeah. Okay, we need to call someone. We need to get this person out of here, please. 13/24/10. You knew you were getting old when? When did you realise, Ben?
That I was getting old?
Yeah, you're so old, man.
Probably when we got Pizza Hut. No, so we got Domino's. I just get pizza.
Classic dads.
Yeah,
Get that mixed up.
we got Domino's, and I always go for the end bit first. And Belle, you said, "Why do you go for the end bit?" And I said, "I think I am getting old. I guess I go for the end bit."
Yeah, better get the crash done first.
Yeah.
Well, look, you are the dad in the team. You're the only parent in the room. You're also like more like a granddad, really. But you like a lot of like you like golf. I know a lot of young people like golf these days.
Love old stuff. Love antiques.
Yeah, you love grass. Like you're sort of wise beyond your years. But there was something that I saw the other night that sort of crossed the line for me a little bit. You put something up on your Instagram story now. Given old people don't really use Instagram, so I'm surprised you worked out how to do that.
Oh, but he does it rarely.
Very rarely. That's why it's like, whoa, what is it? Like, what's it going to be? Like, it's sort of...
Like, Liam puts a story up and I go, oh, yeah, he'll probably have a funny TikTok.
Yeah.
But, no, when Ben puts a story up, I'm like,
It's like when rappers, like Kendrick Lamar or something, they'll delete all their Instagram. And, and then they'll do like one thing and it's just like a tile. And what does that mean? Is it a new album? That's kind of like Ben's Instagram. But he put up a photo, right? Of him sitting there in his happy place, and it's a block of old gold rum and raisin.
Yum.
And what seemed to be some sort of goblet of port.
It's a port glass, yeah. It's a glass specifically for drinking port.
Dude, you buy old gold rum and raisin?
Yeah.
That is for retirement homes. Like that is for old people.
It's delicious. I love sultanas. And the taste of rum is growing on me with age.
Dude.
So I really like rum and raisin.
You're 30. You weren't born in 1930. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to like that stuff.
And port is just, it's so underrated. Like, I think growing up, especially as a young male, you think, oh, beer, you drink beer. But then when I realised, like, don't get me wrong, I like a beer, but my drink of choice would be a tawny.
Yeah, look.
And I don't mind it as well, but I'm just like, no.
But it wasn't like there was that, and then I loved the follow-up story of like, uh-oh. You're like, yes, I have eaten half the block of rum and raisin.
I normally have my 2 square rations, otherwise I get a little bilious before I go to bed at 5 p.m.
A wild Thursday night.
Yeah, oh, look out. Ben's had half a block of old gold. Is this your favourite song? Is this what you're listening to?
Oh.
I do like this kind of music. Easy listening.
Erin joins us now. You knew you were getting old when?
I knew I was getting old when I had to wear runners to a concert.
Oh, yeah.
It's, not doing the heels tonight.
Do you know, actually, Erin, I relate. I went to a gig the other week, and before they even came out, like we were waiting in the, like, you know, dare I say mosh, it was just the standing area. And I was like, I have to see it. My feet are sore. They hadn't even started. And I was like, my feet are sore.
Yeah, it's a problem. Liv, what about you? You knew you were getting old when?
When I was excited by pot plants.
Yeah, that's old.
Absolutely. A purchase I recently made, my wife Sam and I bought new pots. I think you're going to say pots, like cooking pots. I did a lot of research into stainless steel.
That too.
Yeah, I did a lot of looking into different types of pots because we had Teflon pots, or Teflar, however you say it. Turns out they're pretty bad for you. So we've invested in some stainless steel pots. It's better for you.
And kitchen knives?
Yeah, kitchen knives. And I've recently gotten into sharpening my knives and chopping blocks. Because if you have respect for your knife, you'd get a good chopping board to go with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good on you, Olivia.
What
Good
happened?
stuff.
You know, when I met you, Ben, you're into a different type of pot, and now it's all about gardening and Teflar with you, and old gold chocolate. No fun anymore. Ebony joins us now. You knew you were getting old when?
When 10 p.m. was too late for pre-drinks.
Oh, that's crazy. I think you're going to say when 10 p.m. is your bedtime. I was like, I go to bed at, I used to go to bed at 7:30. Now I'm on air, but I go to bed at 9 o'clock. That's wild.
Isn't that nuts? When we finish talking, Ben's asleep within the hour. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we can't ever get the show to a level where we're really firing on all cylinders because he's within his bed hour.
Yeah.
But it's weird when you think about it. Do you remember the days you'd have prees at 9 or 10 and then you'd go out at midnight? And it's weird to think about that.
When was the last time you did an all-nighter?
Oh, a long time ago.
And when he had Freddie, his newborn, and he
Yeah.
didn't sleep, that was his all-nighter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Different type of one. Rach, what about you? When did you know you were getting old?
I was talking to a few boys at work about the first concert we'd been to, and I said that I saw Spandau Ballet, and their song Gold was just the highlight of the concert, and they all put their blank faces.
They didn't know Gold?
When was that, Rach?
Oh my gosh, back in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though? This slaps. Gold, gold, always believe in yourself. Oh, I was just singing the wrong bit.
I can do a parody. Old gold, rum and raisin.
My favourite chocolate goes with pot. Yes, they had tons of hits. The other one about love.
Yep.
Spandau
Good
Ballet.
stuff for
True.
Rach.
True. It's
Yep.
the name of it.
Sharon in Sydney, you knew you were getting old when?
Well, I've got two bits to that. The first one was when I was 50 and I no longer had to shave under my arms because I hit menopause.
Oh.
That's a bit of a win, right?
I think that's actually,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the second bit is when I hit 60, I had a wine belly, so I decided to let's lose that. And then I saw that, am I allowed to say this? My pubes went grey and I realised that I no longer had to have a bikini wax. I've had a few wines and the mate on the phone said to me, as long as you, because I said to him, I've had a few wines. And he said, as long as you don't swear, I don't swear, even though I'm a parole officer.
Yep.
You're a parole officer, Sharon.
Sharon, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
We could do a bit, right? We could do a bit where on the show at around this time each night, do you always have a couple of wines or is this a one-off or?
Oh, no, I always have a couple of wines.
Yeah, we can
That's
get
what
you on the
do,
show
I
like
think.
same time and just check in with you, see how you're doing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we play a game of Are You Drunk or Not?
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Well,
I know the answer.
yeah. I thought it was going to be a
Oh, my
game where
God.
you guess people's colours pubes.
Oh, yeah.
You guys fill my heart with love because you're so young. You're like my kids, and God, they lift me up. Like I just love.
So Shaz, are you
so
sitting
much of
around?
you guys.
You're sitting around listening to the radio, having a couple of wines. Is that how you spend your nights?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sitting out on my back deck and I'm watching some of the bats fly over my house.
Oh yeah,
And blah, 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 you know, as you do.
Yeah, as you do, absolutely, Sharon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But anyway, guys, I love you so much and thank you for having me on your show.
Sharon, you call anytime, okay?
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
See you, Shaz.
Sharon, it's so funny. Like people are like, oh, when I do a sneakers at a concert, or like, oh, I don't know, when I like to darker chocolate. And Sharon's like, when my pubes got grey. I'm like, yeah, that is a telltale sign.
Sitting on a deck watching bats fly overhead.
With Nova on.
What a legend.
Belle, did you dob on me?
What?
Did you dob on me?
In terms of what?
I think Belle dobbed on me,
Oh,
Liam.
Belle, you can't dob.
She dobbed on
Are
me.
you a dibba-dobber Cindy?
I think she might be. Ben, Liam, and Cindy.
What did I do?
Well, you and my wife Sam went to the gym together today, which is lovely.
Yeah. Got
But
our box on.
Yeah, you went to boxing together, and I love that. But I think you dobbed on me.
Oh, don't dob on him. I can't believe you dobbed on him.
I should mention my
Was
wife
it about
Sam.
her cooking dinner?
Well, that was the second thing, actually. Yeah, there was that as well. Yeah, there was that, which is a story for another time. But because I should mention, my wife Sam doesn't listen to the show, and so she doesn't know what we get up to unless someone tells her.
Ooh.
So she got home from the gym with Belle and said, "Do you make fun of Belle for getting migraines?" And I said, "No."
Like Belle.
You didn't say
Belle.
no.
I said I would never do that, honey.
Liam does that.
And she said, because it sounds to me like you and Liam tease her for having days off if she has a migraine.
Which you, like, famously do.
And I said,
all the time.
And I said, I've always told her migraines are horrible.
They're serious.
They're very serious. They're very serious, Liam. And I've always said to her, if you ever need a day off, you should never feel any judgment or shame for asking for a day off if you have a migraine. Because I take them so seriously.
I hate
And it made me a little bit emotional because I was like, I would never, I would never do that to her.
And even though, because Ben and I have never had a sick day in like over 10 years, and like Belle, you've had tons of them for
All the
migraines, and
time.
we're always very supportive of them because
Absolutely.
we actually understand how painful migraines are.
serious?
Yeah.
And also, hi Sam, if you're listening to the podcast later on, because I'm sure Ben will probably play this break. So hi Sam.
Yeah, so I told her I never make fun of Belle for having a migraine. I actively encourage days off if you have a migraine because there's a thing, right? Migraine hangover. So the next day, even though you
my God, this is what I told her about. No, Ben.
Even
no.
if you've had a migraine,
Seriously?
the
Oh
next
my
day
God.
you still feel like a bit like
is horrible.
hungover,
That is
which is
actually
horrible.
horrible.
Because
It's like
I said to
so
her...
people who come to work
Oh my
after having a migraine, in my opinion, heroes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely heroes.
Not all heroes
I
wear
hate
capes.
you.
Some have headaches. You know?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they're just working.
How can you do this to me?
So, Bill, can you please now tell my wife how nice I am to you at work?
You guys call it a... What do you call... I don't even know the story, but you call it a world-famous migraine. But it's Belle's world-famous... Oh, she's got a migraine.
It's because Belle's known for having migraines around the office.
Supposedly. Oh, she has a little headache. Oh,
Yeah,
and I'm like fully blind and can't feel anything and
that
about to pass
sucks.
out and vomit.
If you've
And
got
then
one
you guys
coming on
give me
now, you
crap.
feel the need
Oh
to
my
take
God,
the
are
rest of
you
the show off. That's
serious?
fine.
Are
That
you
is fine.
serious?
That is fine.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you are gaslighting me this bad
I
right now.
can't believe you dobbed on me.
Yeah.
I can't believe you bully me
That's
every
not cool.
day
That's
about
not
my
cool.
migraines.
That's not cool. You dobbed on me.
Then don't do it in the first place.
We're gonna
It's like if you're a child, don't bully a kid and then go home and say, oh my gosh, so-and-so dobbed me for bullying this kid. Don't bully the kid in the first place. Are you serious? I'm so angry at you right now. I'm so mad.
Well, Belle,
I'm
be
so-
careful. You know what happens when you get angry.
But also, I can't believe she didn't know that you do that.
She doesn't listen
I
to
think
the
I
show.
said to her, well, as you know, the boys give me a lot of crap for having migraines.
Yeah, that's why she was confused because she said, by the sounds of it, you made fun of her having migraines? And I was like, no. No.
So hang on, does she now think that you don't make fun of me?
Of course. I covered my ass.
And you won't be going to the gym again together, that's for sure. Have to cut that contact
I
down.
got the gym with Belle. Have you seen the car keys? No. Don't know where they went.
Don't do it in the first place, and if you don't want me to tell her.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.